want you guys to get an idea of the prices of some of the stuff we're going to be dealing with today, but I'm going to show you actually how to put on a dog sweater today, because everyone needs to know that. So just pay attention to this video. That's just ads for the rest of the video. So, but your dog can't just look like that. You actually have to put in a little work to make that happen. And not all dogs are going to be comfortable with it. So let me just take you through a few steps, and I'll tell you how to make your dog more comfortable in a dog sweater, and also how to make your dog look better. It's going to improve his confidence, self-esteem, all that stuff. So, first off, what do you think who are these clothes made for? Is this a baby hat? No, it's a dog hat. So is this. It's not for cats. So what you guys need to remember is fabrics, comfort, talking to your dog, and a soothing voice. These are all things that are going to help you get through the day when trying to put on a dog sweater. Dogs are finicky. They're like children. So you don't want it to be uncomfortable at all. Opposed to some of the dogs from like the 1800s or the 1700s, modern dogs are far more fashionable. You might see them walking around in sweaters nowadays. People like to dress up their dogs. It's a different society now. So the benefits of wearing a dog sweater are going to be obviously higher self-esteem and better looking dogs. Now the instructions to actually putting them on are going to be first, you're going to want to start off, as you can see in front of you with these sheets, you have the drop and wrap technique. Some people don't trust that technique as much. You have to have a really deep connection with your dog to do that, because you want him to line his paws up, and you want the sweater. You have to drop the sweater and then drop the dog into the sweater. So, I'll try to get back into frame. Sorry. And then, after you've successfully dropped your dog into the sweater, he's fine. Thumbs up for everyone. That's a good time. So step 2, the dinner date. Your dog, obviously, he's got to be really well trained for this one too. He's going to hold his paws up for you. You have to maybe give him like some cheese or some peanut butter. I don't know what you give your dog to eat, but he's probably going to, just hold up his paws, and then you slip the sweater on. That's a really safe one. It's gentle. It's not much of a hassle. So I would recommend the dinner date probably for safety. The slip and slide, that's for a dog that you can really rely on its own, a really confident dog. He just full-on sprints into the sweater. It's got to be a windy day. You throw the sweater out, and then he just sprints through it, and it's on him. It's called the slip and slide. So that one is obviously a very confident dog. Don't just let your dog run into that situation. All right. When you put on a dog sweater, I mean, you could just do the basic dog sweater. Those are advanced techniques. But if you want, you can, always right paw first. I wish I had like a dog stuffed animal for this, but you're always going to want to go like right paw and then left paw because, well, for a left-handed dog, obviously switch it up. Left paw first. But obviously, just the buttons and everything, same as like a human clothes. You just put the buttons on and you zip it up. So when you put on any dog sweater, it's going to be made out of different materials. So you're going to want to use anti-irritation creams for the dog. Some things I read online that actually work very well, like Vaseline, cod liver oil, and olive oil are all very soothing to the dog's fur and skin. You don't want it to break out in patches. You can't even see it because it's a furry dog. So if it does, it's just going to have blister marks. It's going to be nasty. It could be allergic to the material. Use these creams. Okay. After you've successfully put on the dog's sweater, what you really want to do is use positive reinforcement. It's not going to feel good about it unless you tell the dog that it looks great. You tell him to strut around a little bit. Give him about 2 to 3 hours to get used to it. I mean, for God's sakes, he's not going to be cool with it in 2 minutes. He's going to need to ease into the look. Make him stand in front of a mirror, him or her, and just stare at the sweater for a while. Maybe do a couple laps around the house to get used to the fabric, and go from there. Because as far as comfort, use fine linen. I mean, this is really soft. You guys can just be careful. This is my neighbor's. You pass it around, but just use the finest linens. Obviously stuff made with really fine microfibers are going to cause less discomfort to the animal. And like I said before, you don't want an uncomfortable animal. It's going to really wreck the confidence and everything else. There's a lot of mental that goes into this more than just physical with the dog. As far as the climate goes, obviously, you guys may have seen in the video, but there are, on a rainy day, have them wear a poncho. You could even, if you're poor, you could make a garbage bag and just cut holes in it for the dog's front paws and just go right through. And then you can use the drop and wrap on them. You could have winter. In the winter, you're going to want to really dress them up. This might be there's a lot of holes in this. I would probably get a leather jacket for them. Maybe some leather booties, like this one. These are pretty nice. They can walk outside in the winter without getting frostbite on their paws or chapped paws. Additions to the sweater. I just showed you just boots and hats, and there's probably dog makeup out there. There's a lot of things, but you really want your dog to have a high self-esteem at the end of the day. So don't cut corners when it comes to your animal, because they're basically like your child, especially if you don't have a child. It's important. They have to feel good about it. The price range, basic dog sweaters could be anywhere from $10 to $50, and that's just basic materials like human clothes, and then you've got your upscale sweaters that can be, anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000. They could be diamond encrusted crystals. You could have a Fabergé egg, on top, on the back. So that really depends. Comparative advantages of owning a dog sweater. Dogs with dog sweaters are obviously going to be warmer than dogs without dog sweaters. You're not going to have a shivering little chihuahua. You're going to have a proud dog. It's going to stand tall, and it's going to walk around like it's better than everyone else, including other dogs. Dog sweaters provide dogs with a more attractive edge. So, if you want puppies in your future, and if you have a couple dogs, just make it wear dog sweaters, and it's going to be far more likely to happen. Knowing how to put on a dog sweater can be useful in any situation, as I've shown you. If your dog's walking around without one, you need to know how to do it on the go. So keep all these things in mind and remember everything. So, in conclusion, dog sweaters are perfect for any occasion, and the more confident, more attractive dogs are just going to live a happier life as a dog. It's going to bring out your confidence as an owner, and it's going to make you want to go out in public and walk your dog around. It's just really going to make you feel good. So try it out, all right?